Hello, alumni. What is going on? It is Wild About Wiley Wednesday. Okay, it is time for the summer, and so I'm going to do one last Wild About Wiley for the summer, just to kind of go over a few things that's going to be happening over the summer. So let's get into this last one, maybe a month or so, to give ourselves a break here. Hello, Laronia. Laronia's on vacation. Nice of you to pop in. Thank you for popping in. Hi, Beverly. What's going on? How's it going? I just got a few things. To kind of talk about tonight. Reminders and things like that, particularly if you haven't seen any of Wiley's posts that have been coming out. I will share a few of those items with you. And then if you have any questions regarding some of the other things that you've seen, let me know. Definitely let me know. Al, what's going on, sir? How's it going? How is it going? Well, it's June. Welcome, June. You know, it's hard for me to be, it's hard for me to not have energy in June, because June is my birthday month and it is Dana Lollapalooza month. So if you did not know, Dana Lollapalooza month. Yes. So I celebrate the whole month and 30 days, full 30 days in June. Yes. So I'm really excited about June. And got a few things planned, and I'm really excited. I am turning speed limit, 55. I'll be 55. My actual birthday is on the 23rd. So looking forward to it. I am blessed and grateful that I am able to see another June, and hope that I can make it to the 23rd as well. Hello, Ramona. How are you? Oh, it's your birthday. Okay, Barbara, stop. Are you a Cancer or a Gemini? I'm kind of on the border of Gemini. That is so cool. Happy birthday, whatever day it is. Hopefully I didn't miss it, because we're already 4 days in. You're going to say, oh, it's June 2nd. And I've already missed it. Oh, you got 10 years on me. You are a Cancer. Awesome. Yeah, you said you got 10 years on me. Yeah, that's all right. Yes, Cancer's in the house. Hey. I'm excited about that. You're the 19th. You are on Juneteenth. Stop playing. That is awesome. Well, Ramona, we'll have to have a little celebratory libation this weekend. We'll have to do a little celebrating when I land. It's too funny. That is awesome. I love when I meet other people who are in June birthdays. Like, literally, I am serious about my birthday. Like, yeah, no, I'm very serious. Obviously, I got a whole logo. Whole logo for my birthday, right? Yeah, it's a serious matter. I've been doing this whole celebrating the whole month since, I don't know, like my mid-20s. And then it just got bigger and bigger. And then in 2020, of course, I kind of had to die down a little bit, because it was 2020 and COVID kind of messed up things. So what's up, Larry? How are you? Yeah, so it kind of messed things up a little bit. And then, then women, we go through our stuff, and then you don't have no energy, So yeah, I'm in that. But I'm trying to fight. So yes, so I am the 55. Hey, Robin, how are you? Edna, hey, how are you? Thanks for joining in. I have a few things to go over with you guys. First off, let me just talk about this weekend, since that's the earliest happenings that's going on. So the Houston Wiley Club is having their end of the year celebration gathering in Houston this weekend. And I'm a member of the Chicago Club as well as the Houston Wiley Club. So I am going to be going to Houston for the end of the year celebration. And so I'm looking forward to that. That is at the, hold on, let me tell you where it is. There's also an ad that we have. Whiskey Cake. We'll be at the Whiskey Cake this weekend. So, and we're supposed to be doing like a special little media thing there as well. So if you want to know what that is, you need to just come and join us. You know, wear your boots and be ready, right? So I'm looking forward to that. So if you're in the Houston area or passing through Houston or near Houston, come by. We are going to have a lovely time. The Houston Wiley Club is under the leadership of Dr. Barbara Washington. And we are looking forward to having a really nice time. All right. We're looking forward to having a wonderful, wonderful time this weekend. So if you're in the area, like I said, please stop by. We'll have a wonderful time. Ramona, I know you are ready. I'm ready. I know Monica's ready. Monica ain't jumped on here yet, but she's ready as well. So I am looking forward to going to that this weekend. The other thing that's going to be happening in July is the Wiley on the Road. So President Felton is still doing his Wiley on the Road events where he's going around the different cities. And they're fundraising, networking, getting to meet getting to meet the president, type gatherings. And so the next one is in Atlanta, Georgia. How about that? So Wiley on the Road, Atlanta, Georgia is July 12th at the Gathering Spot. And there's a flyer for that as well that I have posted on our Facebook timeline. And you can also find it on Wiley's timeline. And it's in downtown Atlanta. And that is going to be taking place on Saturday, July 12th, okay, 3 to 5. So if you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, I know our vice president for the National Alumni Association is helping with that event, Bryce Robinson. So he's helping with that event and some of the connections and serving as a point of contact for that. So they're looking forward to that event. I mean, it's Atlanta. Come on, right? Atlanta in July. That should be really cool. So if you're in that area, please stop by for that event. I know we have a few Wileyites in the Atlanta, Georgia area. If you're in Georgia or even a nearby state and you can get to downtown Atlanta for that day, please do so, okay? You do not have to be a part of the Atlanta city limits in order to go and meet President Felton and have a good time. And don't forget to bring your checkbook and make a donation while you're there. Drop off a few coins while you're there. Alvina, hi, my dear. How are you? Thanks for joining. All right, so that's June. Then we got July. So Wiley on the Road, Chicago, we're kind of working on that one. But that's going to be more in the fall. It won't be past October. I don't think it's going to be past October. You know, you can't be coming to Chicago past October now. That's just insane, right? You can't be doing that. So we're thinking about October, so I'll have more details about that. Coming up in July, kind of end of July, the beginning of August, is the student orientation. That's taking place in the end of July, like I said, the end of July, the beginning of August. And that's when, hold on one second. That's when the incoming students, the freshmen and everybody are coming back to school. And there's a whole type of student orientation event from July 29th up until August the 3rd. So the different days are for different students coming in, and they're staging it so that they come in, move in, and then the next day they have their orientation, and the next set of students come in, and then the next day they have orientation. So for the Alumni Association, what we're trying to do is, you know, we have a summer workshop. At least during my administration, we do a summer workshop. And I like doing a summer workshop because between March and homecoming is such a wide gap of nothing that's taking place. And so that summer workshop gives us a chance to kind of control alt delete for strategies and just initiatives and things we want to do, and just a little bit of training, and just try to have some kind of connection to ensure that we're ready for the fall, getting ready for homecoming, and so that we're not at the last minute trying to plan something for homecoming or whatever. So I like having that summer workshop. So we're going to do our summer workshop during the same time as orientation. The seniors, and more specifically, we're targeting the seniors because our seniors are the ones that are graduating in 2026, and they're the closest to being alumni, right? So we're going to be there for their orientation as well as their move in. We will be there. They're moving in to their dorms on August 2nd, which is a Saturday. And then on Sunday, August 3rd, is when they'll have their orientation with the university. And our plan is to have our summer workshop, the National Alumni Association, to have our summer workshop on campus in the chapel on Saturday, August 2nd, for, the little short time span, where we'll be doing training on fundraising as well as recruiting. We'll have the university there as well, giving the recruiting strategies and how we can assist with helping them reach their goal of 1,000 students this fall. So someone will be there to present to us, help us with the game plan on mailing the different items and things to us, the handouts and the trinkets and all the little items that, you give to the students when you're recruiting, and they'll go through that process, how to do that, and the cadence of how we should do our recruiting, as well as the fundraising wants that the university has. So all of you all know what's going on in the administration, not my administration, but the administration. And there's a lot of changes going on. A lot of funding and grants and things like that have been pulled. And so some of our HBCUs and our UNCF schools will see a significant decrease in the grants and funding that they were normally getting before. They won't be getting that any longer. And so for places like us, UNCF HBCUs, because there's only a few of those, with our institution, it's like 36 or 37 UNCF HBCUs. And we rely on our alumni, okay, to help with donations and things like that. We're not state funded at Wiley, as you all know. And so we have to really, really hit the ground and rely on our alumni and rely on the institution advancement department to really get out there and try to get sponsors and donations and grants and things such as that. We could have more and get more if more of our alumni donated to the university. Whatever that is, if that's $50 or $100, we need every alumni sending something, because then it increases our alumni giving rate. You don't have to send $2,000. You don't have to send $50,000. If you send a consistent amount of $50 or something, or $100 this year, that counts in our giving rate. So it's every person gives something in order to increase that rate. And the more that others, big companies, see that our alumni giving rate is high, because right now it's low, super low, it's not enough to attract big companies to provide any additional money to the university, because they look at our alumni giving rate and they say, well, your own alumni don't even give. Why should we give to you? And that's why we continue to ask you, just send $10, $50. You can just do it online. Just send whatever to the university, so that each person counts as part of the rate. Okay, so that's why we're talking about fundraising during the summer workshop as well. We want to be there for the seniors while they're moving in. We'll be on campus if they need something. We want to be present if they need rides, if they need whatever. Some of these students, they come to campus without parents, right? Their parents take them wherever they are from their cities, and they take them to that bus station, or they take them to the train station, or they drop them off at the airport, and they're like, deuces. We'll see you, in the winter, or we'll see you, for your winter break or something. And that's it. The parents don't necessarily come. So when students come on campus, they may need some additional things, toilet paper, towels, whatever. They may need additional things. And as the Alumni Association, I would like for us to be there to serve as a buffer and a backup where necessary. And then on Sunday, when they have their orientation with the university, we will set up a table, the alumni table, and our goal is to have, some kind of trinket or giveaway for them. We want to make sure we capture their email addresses, their personal email addresses, start getting that early from them, and just getting them acclimated to what they have to look forward to as being an alumni, and what the expectation is, and why it's important to be an alumni, and what your role is as an alumni, other than just having the degree, but also being able to give back to the university. And so we want to just be there as support, and to get information from them, and provide them with whatever information they need from us as well. The Pre-Alumni Council will also be there with us. I have spoken to the president, and Ginger, if I'm not mistaken, Strouder. She is also Miss Wiley UNCF. She is the president, incoming president of the Pre-Alumni Council. I spoke with her the other day, and she is all for this collaboration to be there as well, because while the seniors are there for this year, they can also be a part of the Pre-Alumni Council if they're looking for other activities to do. So she's going to be recruiting for students to be a part of the Pre-Alumni Council. Freshmen are the best people to get on the Pre-Alumni Council. I remember when I entered Wiley, Pre-Alumni Council was the first organization that I actually joined. I had just turned 18 years old, and I've been involved with the Pre-Alumni Council, the alumni, since I was 18. So since 1988, up until this day right here, I have been involved with every segment of the alumni divisions of the United Negro College Fund, which includes Pre-Alumni, the National Alumni Council, the National Pre-Alumni Council, the National Alumni Association, the Inter-Alumni Councils, as well as UNCF here regionally in the Chicago area. So you get that exposure when you first come in, and it draws you in. It helps you with your leadership. It helps you with networking. It helps you with learning how to talk, the public speaking and things such as that, because our students, they do a lot of this and they're not really sure how to talk. So we want to be there, and we want the alumni, the pre-alumni, to actually be able to recruit people. And we want to be there with them to help support those efforts to get students involved early on when they get to the campus. And then we also want the seniors to kind of understand how to network with us. We're the Alumni Association. We got all kinds of alumni that work in all kinds of different places. And we want the students to start meeting with the alumni, asking us questions. Show us your resumes. Let's help you through that process. Let's help you try to find a job, because what you want to do is find a job before you graduate. You cannot find a job the day after you graduate or the next month. You have to start pimping for that job while you're a senior, while you're a junior. And so utilize the Alumni Association, because we have so many people that work in so many different places. We can help navigate some of those employment struggles and challenges that you may be encountering, because a lot of times it's who you know and who can get your resume on the top of the pile, or how do we get you, shaking hands and kissing babies with some of the people who are going to make the decision for your employment. And so there's a lot of seniors right now that graduated and don't have a job. What? We don't want that, right? So I would like for the Alumni Association to be a little bit stronger resource when it comes to careers and networking for the outgoing seniors that are going to be in the class of 2026. And that also includes our master's graduates as well. Our grad program there, it's all online, but that doesn't mean you cannot reach out to the National Alumni Association. We want you to be a part of that as well. We will have a virtual session for the master's graduates. We will probably have that in August for those persons that are in the master's program. We're going to have a separate session for you, and it'll be virtual. We'll do a Zoom to kind of talk with you, introduce you to the National Alumni Association, because just because you're doing this online doesn't mean you are not part of the Alumni Association. So you are, and we would like for you to join and be a part of this and find out what it is that we're doing and how you can reach back and give back and send other students to Wiley, as well as feel compelled to provide donations and things such as that to the university. So a lot of things going on with strategies and things that we're trying to do at the Alumni Association. I saw a few people come in here that made me smile here. So Beverly's here. Dean is here. Congratulations again on your master's at Wiley. Kevin is here. Denisha, Adira is here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. And if you have any questions, please just type that in the comments and I'll be sure to scroll through here and respond to those. Our life membership is on sale. If you haven't heard, our life membership is on sale for $500. So if you did not have the $750, life membership is $500 right now. And that is going to be on sale until October, I think it's 19th. Let me look. October 19th. And that is the first day of homecoming. So you have that sale. You know, it doesn't happen often. We don't do that often. We've only done life membership, probably been on sale for maybe twice, okay? And y'all know I've been around a lot. I've been around a long time with this Alumni Association and and I have not seen it on sale more than twice. So it's $500 and you can go to the National Alumni Association's website. You can pay for it online. You cannot put this on layaway for the 2 or 3 years like you can for the $750. This is a special sale that we're running. So the $500 is due in one time. So please go online and take advantage of that. If you were trying to pay for life membership, if you are already in a payment installment for life membership under the $750, you are not eligible to take advantage of the $500. This is just for new life membership applications only between now and October. So the younger alumni, they asked if we would consider putting the life membership on sale because they did not have $750. $500 was a little bit easier for them. And so we said yes. We voted on it in the National Alumni Association. And so it's on sale until October. It started April 1st and it will run until October 16th or October 19th. So if you have any questions or if you have trouble trying to pay for that online, please let me know. There's a flyer for that. I will post that again on our timeline if you have not seen that. If you want the flyer to be text to you, let me know that as well in a direct message, a private message, or you can put your phone number in the comments and I will text you the flyer if it's easier for you to remember that way. So that's going to be exciting. The YouTube channel, we got a YouTube channel now here at the National Alumni Association. So these Wild About Wiley Wednesday videos, I post those into our YouTube channel because there are alumni who are not on social media. They're not on Instagram. They're not on Facebook. And therefore, in order for me to solve that communication gap, I decided to start a YouTube channel for the National Alumni Association. So I've been trying to post these videos onto that channel, and even some of the older ones, post those on the channel as well for people who may have missed some information in the past. But getting these on the channel, the YouTube channel, have been very helpful. A lot of people have said that they've been watching it and it's been helpful. So I'm glad about that. So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is WCNAA 1922. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so that we can have some more subscribers. The more people that subscribe to our channel, the more features that they allow to have on the broadcast and on the actual channel itself. So please go and subscribe to that. Even if you're here on the Facebook page, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Send the link to other people that you know that are not on social media, so that way they do not miss out on these wonderful announcements and all of the kudos and things that we pass along during these Wednesday broadcasts. We had a board appointment recently, so we did not have our director for Young Alumni Relations. And so we had received a few resumes from some candidates who were looking to or were interested in being the director for the Young Alumni Relations on the National Alumni Association board. And so I am proud to announce that Tamika Beeman is our director for Young Alumni Relations. And she has come in hitting the ground running with ideas. And she's hoping to develop a committee, an ad hoc committee of other alumni who can help with some of her ideas and initiatives, as well as effectuate some of the goals, the national goals that we have on the National Alumni Association. So if you are wondering, should you be a part of the Young Alumni Relations Committee, please say yes. Go to the National Alumni page and message me, message Tamika Beeman, and let her know that you're interested in being on her committee. Our association is not the same as Wiley University. So yes, we're the Wiley University National Alumni Association, but we're not Wiley. We are two separate nonprofit organizations. The university is audited and reviewed by the IRS under their 501c3, and the Alumni Association, we are audited and reviewed and such under our 501c3. So we're separate from the university, but we are all graduates of the university. So, whatever hesitations or things that you may have or not really sure about, we are definitely separate and apart in how we do our fundraising and how the monies go through our association. And then we make a donation to the university in March of every year. We can explain all that to you. And if you have any ideas, I know all of you all, you young people always have ideas. I want to hear them. Tamika wants to hear them. Our board wants to hear that at the National Alumni Association. So that way we can continue to bring you all in, and then you can take over as president and vice president and recording secretary and corresponding secretary and treasurer. We want you all to come on and start getting acclimated to these roles, so that when we retire from these roles, you're right there and you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you again for a lot of you young alumni that have been talking with Tamika along the way for the last few weeks. So just say yes and come on and join Tamika on her committee. I see that Regina jumped in. Hey, Regina, what's going on? What is going on? Good to see you. So let's see, what else do we have here? We did Wiley on the road. Oh, let me tell y'all about homecoming. So homecoming, we are playing Texas College. Yeah, big rivalry school, right? We haven't played Texas College in a long time. So Texas College, you guys. So the school, the students, everybody is like, they're chomping at the boots for this homecoming because Texas College. That is who we are playing for homecoming. So it's going to be a great time. Mark your calendars for homecoming. Again, homecoming week starts the 19th, October 19th, and it will end on the 25th, October 25th. So join us, mark your calendars, start putting in your leave at work, do what you got to do. You do not want to miss homecoming, okay? I'll have more information about the schedule and things such as that as we get a little bit closer. The university has done a really good job of trying to post information out a little bit sooner, so that way you can plan accordingly. So check on Wiley's website for the link for homecoming, as they will begin to put information out there, okay, regarding it. And as I see it get posted, I will always put it on the Wild About Wiley Wednesdays, and then I always reshare it to our Facebook page as well. Again, don't forget our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that, because of course I'll be posting and uploading these videos over there for people who are not on social media. But we're going to have a wonderful time at homecoming yet again this year. I'm looking forward to that. Now, my Wiley clubs, and I think this may be, let's see, is this the last thing here? Yeah, our Wiley clubs. Now, one of the things that as we get ready for homecoming, the university is going to be relying on our Wiley clubs and our National Alumni Association to help be sponsors for homecoming. Remember a few minutes ago, back up the video, when I talked about we don't have as many grants, we don't have as much funding coming in because there's a lot of things going on in the administration. So we're going to need some additional assistance with homecoming. We love to have our sponsors, and of course the University Institutional Advancement's Office in particular would like for the Wiley clubs to consider providing a $2,500 sponsorship So each club can be a sponsor for $2,500 this year for homecoming. So I'm letting you know early. I'm letting you know real early about that. So that way you, the Wiley Club presidents could begin to discuss that and talk about whether or not, they can, go on and designate those funds for that, or even have fundraisers to get to that $2,500 and then become a sponsor. Tyler, no, we don't. Yeah, we don't. But you can be a part of any Wiley Club. So you don't have to live near there. You don't have to, you don't have to be in Longview to be a part of the Longview Club. You can be a part of any club that you want. Like I said, I live in Chicago. I'm from Detroit, and I'm part of the Houston Wiley Club as well as the Chicago Wiley Club. So they do their meetings on Zoom, and like we're having this end of the year activity in Houston, I'm just going to fly down and have fun with the club members, and enjoy that time. So you can consider that as well. Wiley, we did not get our Florida Wiley Club going yet. We still had a couple of people that was interested, but again, we gotta get that momentum, and we need, you gotta have officers, you gotta have more than one person that's interested, so that way you can get the club started. And because Florida is one, Atlanta is another, and the Michigan is another one that is trying to be under development as well. So we are hoping that we can get people to step up and help develop and create these Wiley clubs, because we have a few people in Florida, right? And we have lots of people in Michigan, in the state of Michigan, that are interested as well. So give that some thought if you are definitely interested in doing that. What else? I think that was it. Any questions for me? What questions do you have for me? I think that is it. Oh yeah, so we did the grad boxes. Anybody remember around the graduation time when the seniors were graduating, and Wiley did the grad boxes, and they were $30, and you could go online and you could actually get a box over to a student that was graduating. So Wiley has said profusely, and the Institution Advancement Office, thank you for your donations for those boxes. They were actually able to get all the boxes sold, and every senior got a box. And so that was awesome. I even received thank you notes in the mail and a card from the seniors that received the box that I had purchased, several boxes for them. And the Alumni Association picked up several other boxes to make sure that they all got that designated for the students. With the new Atlanta person, so we can see about consolidating. Okay. So that is Bryce Robinson. So if you go to the National Alumni Association's website and hit the officers, and then Bryce Robinson's email address is on there, and you can get in touch with Bryce there. And then if you want to send me a private message, I will provide you with his email address, and then that way you can reach out to Bryce. Okay. Hey, Patricia, how are you? Minnie, what's going on? Thank you for joining. So that is all the announcements that I have going on. If you are a replay viewer, thank you for coming back to watch this broadcast. Again, this broadcast will also be available on our YouTube channel. We started the YouTube channel so that way, because I kept hearing from alumni that I don't have social media, and so I created a YouTube channel. So even if you are part of this Facebook, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more people that subscribe to the channel, the more features actually become available on our YouTube channel, and I would like to have some of those video options for the more people that subscribe to the channel. Okay. All righty. Well, that is it for me. If you have any other questions, and I thank you guys for your engagement and the questions that you've had so far. If you have any other questions, put it in the chat, and I will come back and look at those at the end of the night and then in the morning and respond to those questions that you may have. But mark your calendars for the alumni workshop. It is going to be Saturday, August 2nd. It is tentatively right now, August 2nd. I am waiting to hear back from the university regarding the final orientation plan for the seniors and the incoming students. And then once I hear back from them, which I should hear from them tomorrow or Friday, I will be able to ink in that date and then give you a little bit more timing as far as what time things are going to start and what time things are going to end. All right. So it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to the seniors. I'm looking forward to us hitting the 1,000 students this year. That is the goal, to try to recruit 1,000 students for the fall. I'm hoping that we do that. We had very good success last year where, you know how normally you get your students in the fall and then in January, the number drops off. A lot of people go home and the number isn't the same. We did not have that. We did not have that. As a matter of fact, I think we had more students to come the next semester because like we had new people that may have come for the new semester after the winter break. So that is an excellent. We hadn't done that in a while because we've always had that drop off. You know, you come in the fall and then people drop off and they don't come back after the break. And yeah, we've been having really good success with students and keeping the retention, because retention was a big thing that President Felton was working on, was retention strategies and trying to make sure that that is being done. The university has some amazing resources and strategies in place as it relates to student development, student retention, student life, housing life, life skills, life lessons, coping mechanisms, coping skills, just all the things that you would want your child to have when they go away to college or to university. You want them to have these type of services availed to them, and the university has that. We didn't have that, you know, when I was coming in. We didn't have all these extra resources and things for students that may be struggling or having a hard time or doing whatever. The university has these now. They have like student coaches and mentors and all kinds of things. There is no reason why a Wiley student cannot be successful. Okay, there is no reason why they cannot be, because the university has things in place. And I am proud to say that they do have these things in place, and a lot of our students are availing themselves of it. And I'm glad and I'm proud of that. So, hey, Nina, how are you? Thanks for joining. I appreciate you jumping in. And so go back to the beginning, replay this video, and again, share it with others as you see fit. Again, I hope to see you all in Houston this weekend for the Houston Wiley Club's end of the year gathering dinner over at the Whiskey Cake. And so I'm looking forward to flying in for that. And like I said, we're going to be doing something kind of fun and cool. So bring your boots, bring your boots, and let's have a good time if you're in the area. And if you're not in the area, just make plans to come. Our meeting is on, or our gathering is on Sunday at Whiskey Cake. And so we would love to see you there for the Houston Wiley Club's end of the year celebration. If you have any questions about that, there is a flyer that has been posted. You can get more information about that. Those of us who were shipped to the university. You were just shipped, like they left you at the airport or the train station. Is that what you mean? Right, exactly. So this is why it's important. That's why we're trying to have the Alumni Association present for those students that are getting shipped to the school, and we want to be there in the event they need, that dollar store run is never ending. That, going to the Albertsons and the grocery store and all of that is never ending. When you are moving in, inevitably you forgot something, right? And so we want to be there to help support any student that may need some additional help when they move in to the university. Yeah. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate your support. Again, this will be the last Wild About Wiley Wednesday for the summer. Of course, I will come back on during our workshop. I'll do something either during the workshop, during the the orientation time, to keep you in the loop as to, let you see some new students coming in. I may actually interview a couple of them if they're not too shy. And we can do that, but we're going to have a little bit of a break for June and then July, as well. So stay tuned for more information being posted. I might post like a quick video, just post a video as to things that may be going on or some additional announcements, as well. So check that out. I will also repost there's a podcast that you guys need to take a look at. One of our vice chair of the Board of Trustees, Kelly Cornish, she is the director of the TD Jakes Foundation. She has a podcast, and she interviewed President Felton in one of her podcasts. And the one that's being released in a couple of days, she actually sat down with Dr. Bradley, Dr. Taksha Bradley. So wonderful podcast. So subscribe to that. Again, Kelly Cornish. She is on Instagram. You can go to Apple Podcasts, type in Kelly Cornish, and you can see President Felton's interview. And it's called Leadership Unplugged. And so it's a leadership podcast. And I'm looking forward to seeing the full podcast with her and Dr. Bradley. And the one with President Felton is absolutely amazing. So if you don't know much about President Felton, go to that podcast and hear about his leadership philosophy and just his approach to various different things, as he is always, of course, as a president in the hot seat, right? I know what that's like. So not at his level, but I know what that's like at this level. So thank you. I will definitely have a wonderful birthday. It's Dana LaPalooza month. I'm so excited. So, and you are welcome, Adira. I appreciate you being here. And thanks in advance, all of you all, for sharing out this broadcast. So until I see you all this weekend in Houston, I will see you in Marshall, Texas for orientation. But stay amazing, you guys. I love you and thank you for your support. Have a good night.